Hello everyone, myself Anjumara Panwala from Educator International School, Katargam, Surat. Today I have brought a video, subject English Literature, it's for 6th standard and the topic is the poem, What is this game? It's written by the great poet Javed Akhtar. So before starting the explanation, I would like to tell you more about Javed Akhtar. Javed Akhtar is an Indian poet, lyricist, screenwriter and political activist. Known for his work in Hindi cinema, he has won 5 National Film Awards and received the Padma Shri in 1999 and Padma Bhushan in 2007. These are 2 of India's highest civilian honors. Now we'll see the poetic device. Here in this poem, he has used metaphor. Metaphor, we'll see what is metaphor. A metaphor is a figure of speech that describes an object or action in a way that isn't literally true but helps explain an idea or make a comparison. So we'll see how he has used comparison. Metaphors are used in poetry, literature and anytime someone wants to add some color to their language. So here the game is called a war. The pieces are called the wooden toys, king and queen, soldiers, enemy, etc. So we'll see what are the themes of a poem. Themes are games and sport. So we will see the game is used in this poem and the theme imagination. When there is no real world, we can say it's our imagination. So I would like to show you this picture. By seeing this picture, which game comes to your mind? Yes, it's chess. So we'll see how the poet is playing chess, and by playing chess, which thoughts come to his mind. So let's see the poem. What is this game? Written by Javed Akhtar. My opponent has made a move and now awaits mine. But for ages, I stare at the black and white pieces that sit on white and black squares, and I wonder, what are these pieces? In this stanza, the poet is playing chess, and at that time his competitor has given a move and now he is waiting for the poet. But for a long time he thinks that what are these pieces? What are these black and white square? So he continuously thinks that what are these pieces? The first question arises in his mind about the pieces. If I were to assume that these pieces are no more than wooden toys, then what is the point in victory or defeat? Neither is this necessary nor is that important. If there is no pleasure in win nor sorrow in loss, what is the game? In this stanza, he thinks that if these are not pieces and these are just wooden toys. See, here metaphor is used, these pieces are called wooden toys. So if he thinks these are wooden toys, then there is no point, there is no meaning to win or loss. So neither this is necessary nor this that important. So if he will win, there is no pleasure, and if he lost, there is no sorrow. So that is why he is asking, what is the game? I think I must play. Then I should convince myself that these pieces are indeed king and queen, that these are real foot soldiers, and arrayed before them is that enemy army which plans and intend to destroy me. Now he again used metaphor that these pieces are real king and real queen, and this other are soldiers, foot soldiers. They are real and they are standing, and they are the army, they are the enemy army, and they plans to destroy the poet. But if I were to make myself believe this, then I think this is no longer a mere game. This is a war. Now again the game is compared with a war that must be won, a war in which all is fair. It is as if somebody says to me, this is a war and a game too. It is a war, but one between players, a game, but one like war. In this stanza, he make his mind set that this is a war, this is not game, this is a war, and that must be won. And you have heard that there is a proverb that everything is fair in war. So here a war which all is fair, and somebody tells him in his ear, his internal voice tells him that this is a war and game too. Now he is confused and he thinks that it is a war but between players, means his opponent and him, and game, but not like a war. I ask myself, this game, why does it have such a rule that no matter what happens to any of the pieces, that one that is king must be protected from harm at all times? That queen has the freedom to move in any direction it wants? Now he thinks that there is no justice in this game, that they are having the rules that only king must be protected. King is the main. If king is not protected, so you will lose the game. So here the queen has all the freedoms to move any direction it wants. So he is very confused that which kind of game it is and which are the rules. I wonder, this game, why does it have such rule that once a pawn leaves home, he can never return? You know, the low piece of this game, the low pieces of the game are having no right. How the queen is having rights? If it leaves the home, it can never return. So he is arising a question that why is it so? I wonder, if this is a rule, then what are rules? He is not getting why these rules are made. If this is the game, then what is the name of the game? I have been wrestling with these questions for a long time. Meanwhile, my opponent has made a move and awaits mine. So you know that he was wrestling with these questions, means he was getting confused. The thoughts were coming in his mind and he was totally confused. In this time, during this time, his opponent who was playing in opposing to him, he made a move because he could not give a move in a proper time. So he awaits mine. He awaits of the poet. So this was the poem where you saw the thoughts of the poet, and they give us many description of this game chess, and these all questions can also come to your mind. So I hope you understood the poem, and now I end up my session. Thank you.